Can you see them right here? Nope. Right there. Horses. Whitums. Can you see there's two babies? Like you can see the dark. Oh, you see the white one? You know what else is over here? These cool creatures. Ta-da! Longhorn. Hey guys, so I'm gonna try to film a little update from the last time we were doing a little farm tour situation. Today is the 3rd of August, and so I have a headphone in now so that maybe we can have some better sound quality, but it's like kind of windy, so I might not be able to film this. We'll try it. So the lawn needs mowed pretty bad. That's a whole issue. I never did get finished with any of this high grass stuff because that weed eater kind of crapped the bed on me and I need to get it fixed. But so you can see that, and I didn't get those weeds pulled out, so there's really no update over here there. But oh, and there's like a little tiny addition kind of, because after I filmed the last video, my mom gave me a couple of iris, I guess they're called tubers when they're irises, but yeah, look, we've got apples all over the tree. It's nice and glum today, and I'm kind of down with that, so it's nice and cool. It's not too hot. But yeah, so I planted the irises on this side of the well house, which is the east side. And I got this fence stuff from my mom. And I put it around here. And I put it around the rhubarb of this dog. You see that post that's like this one? So it's like the mailbox is the white one and like the greenish blue one. I spray painted that, and that's been kind of the catalyst for all of this. Okay, so we're gonna come look at this ground elder. Hey, Kirby. Which I'm kind of letting just like the grass and stuff take over it because, or not take over it, but I just don't want it like, I want it to look lush. But can you see? It's taking off. So that's awesome. Hey, Kirby. I can't show you Ruger right now because he's pooping, and that's gross. So edging, that's what this fence stuff's called, that my mama gave me, and it's around the mint too. And the mint's taking off. I need to pull out some of these weeds, but you can see that mint is going crazy. And then the weeds that are like this one, that's just like ragweed, and some nasty thistle that I'll take around back and show you that we have a lot of around here. Have not done anything with the compost yet. So sorry about this wind, you guys. And then the vinca really is taking off. It's just another thing. I need to pull the bindweed out of there again, but look, this sunflower is gonna open soon. Look how big and beautiful it got. And it's laying over on its side, if you can tell. So the foxglove, let's see if we have any survivors. That's sad. We had some sprouts, but we don't anymore. And then we had this one Canterbury bell sprout. I've never planted them before, so I almost think that's geranium from last year. I had some potted geraniums sitting on here that went to seed a couple times. But if you notice, there's like little sprouts all over in this dirt. I don't know what that white thing is. Uh-oh. Sorry, little sprout. Sorry, little sprout. And then this mint is some spearmint that I had inside, but I moved it outside because it got overrun with aphids. And this is a tomatillo that I had planted inside that got aphids. Hold on just a moment. Oh, never mind. My dog's right here. The marigolds didn't come out. Here we go into the seeds that I didn't know if they would sprout or not. So no marigolds. But look at the zinnias. Even though they're not going to get tall, they're only like 6 inches tall or something. Look, they're all about to make beautiful flowers. So I'm really excited about that. Okay, so I didn't really explain it very well last time, but that is a vent for a portable air conditioner. So here's more seeds that didn't come up the 4 o'clock, some of the nasturtiums. But look, here's our wild pollinator mix. Some of that looks like basil. I hope it blooms so I can see what it actually is. So we had like flash flooding rains the other night, and I don't have holes drilled in these. You like those water socks sitting there? I don't have holes drilled in these geranium cans, so I think that's where all the yellowing is from, because I didn't get the water dumped off them fast enough. But look, we've got a new addition, a Venus flytrap that seems to be liking it out here. This is the result of my experiment with the twigs or cuttings of the lilacs. Didn't do very well. Here's all those sunflowers I planted though. I might have done it too late in the year for any success, but I'm hoping we'll get something out of them because they're cool. So my petunias are struggling because this monster right here keeps trying to pee on them. And the marigold died, same reason. But look, here's our Crossroads Roses. They were open wide earlier, but they're closed because of the darkness. And then look at all the lettuces and basils. I don't think I have any spinach that survives. I think it's literally all this basil and this one bean plant that grew. Oh no, look. This one's a spinach. It just got really hot really fast, so. The bean plant keeps making these hot pink flowers. Yeah, we're kind of junky right now, seeing all that, but it keeps making these hot pink flowers. And then dropping its blossoms because of the heat. So I'm hoping it'll stay cool enough for that to make a bloom so I can get more seeds. The chickens area got a little makeover. And that's Morgan Stark, and she's mad at me because she's always mad at me. Why are you yelling at me, Morgan? Stinky fly trap. Oh, look, it's better like this for them. Yeah. Okay, guys, we have a leap of faith scenario right here happening. It might be too late in the day to do it, but it's about 10 minutes to 8 tonight. And I'm going to attempt to let the chickens out of their pen for a little while. Do you guys like that idea? Well, these girls are living their best chicken life. I might have some footage I can cut in of him treeing a squirrel before. Well, I just did a whole thing about this dog treeing this squirrel and actually didn't press record. But anyway, we're trying to encourage it to teach him to tree because he's supposed to be a coonhound and he comes from a line of lion hunting dogs. The only problem I have is that these trees are so close to the road and he always wants to run into the road, and people do not care driving down this road. They will go 70 miles an hour down this dirt road. Look at all the starlings out in that field. Can you see it? One time last year I sat and watched from the north east just hours of flocks of starlings migrating towards the house, and they would just jump from tree to tree. Okay, so here's the situation. I don't want these milkweed to come out because butterflies, right? I still wanted to get monarch eggs this year and hatch some out and do a video on it, but I haven't been able to find any. But what's this? I think I might see a caterpillar. No, but dang, I was hoping it was a caterpillar. Because I want to raise some and release them because they're so endangered. Look at this stupid bindweed's going down. But I'll put a picture in. That's Canada thistle that we're going to have next year because I didn't get it out here. And it's got the seed. they had to replace the septic tank. So that's the update. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and hopefully the wind isn't so bad. Oh look, see that spot over there? Kind of like in the corner. I'm gonna get this yard cleared up, and my brother and sister-in-law are gonna renew their wedding vows over there. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Hey friends, today we're taking the long way home from work because I want to talk about something that is like an emotion that I don't really have a word for, but I'm going to end up having a lot of words for. That's like, I kind of know where it's coming from, and it's something that's like building and building. I touched on it some in my first video that you guys saw, and it's like, stems from like a mixture of like, so it stems from a mixture of like 2 parts lack of motivation, 3 parts lazy, and 2 parts feeling sorry for myself, I guess. But like the best way I can explain it is, okay, first of all, I know everybody says their little town is like this, but not everybody's little town is like this. There's something about this town, I think it's because when the town grew in the 70s, it was because work was brought in and a lot of people stayed, and there were very few people here who were like from the before time, and so they felt like they had something to prove. So everything became like a situation of, we're better than you and here's why. So the best thing I can compare it to or explain it by happened to me this past weekend, and it just really sums it up, and it was just good timing, I guess, that it happened or whatever. But like, somebody I grew up with, his father passed away, and they had the funeral event, or I should say, I guess like it was the funeral too, but just like the memorial event, everything was done at my work, and I worked him and one of my other friends from when I was in high school. Those two are close, and they've always been very, very close, and they're very musical, and they spent most of the evening playing music. It was just, when I was saying that like I'm almost 37 years old and I haven't done anything that I set out to do, like I'm not kidding. Like I didn't set out to be an overweight, poor, living paycheck to paycheck insurance salesperson with the most mind-numbing job on the planet. I did not set out to do that. And it saddens me that my goals and the things that I think are good choices to make for my life are things like, I should sell insurance so that I can buy this company, which is what's needed, so that I have like job security. I feel like I would rather be homeless and couch surfing than do this job anymore. But it's hard because I feel somewhat obligated to the woman that I work for, and just like the necessity to make enough money to get out of here, or to even just continue to live. And we talk about how our home is very expensive, but it really isn't, especially compared to other homes in the area. It's just that it's been so long since we've lived somewhere else. And I don't want to live somewhere smaller, so part of that's on me. I don't want to live somewhere in town, so part of that's on me. But that's not even what I'm getting at so much as, like, some of this is jealousy, I'm sure, but some of it is just like disgust at the fact that I have not done anything that I wanted to do when I was 16 years old. And I've really, since Saturday, and today's only Tuesday, but that's really been like really weighing on me now because it just came so clear. So, like, I don't know. I was musical then, and my friend wanted me to sit down and, pick up his guitar and sing and play with him, and I couldn't do it because like I can't. Not because like I don't want to or it freaks me out. There's a big beautiful buck deer down in the bar ditch with velvet all over. It was awesome. But it's because I can't. Because I've picked up a guitar like once a year from the time I graduated high school because some asshole when I was 18 made a bullshit comment to me that I can't get out of my head, so I just can't do anything. So I just sit here and be miserable that I haven't made anything of myself, and I'm watching all these people that I care about who I was on the same level with that I should have excelled with, but I had to go follow a boy halfway across the country like an idiot. Like, one of them's teaching music at a college. Like, are you kidding me? And I'm sitting here like, oh, I sell insurance, and I'm embarrassed to even say that to people when they ask me what I'm doing with my life. And so last night, actually, like, one step in the right direction is a few years ago, a friend of mine that I've bartended with before, who just like somehow ended up in the same town as me when I moved here, or back to here, I guess I should say, convinced me to start like playing in a band with him a little bit in like 2017, I guess, is when that happened. And we didn't do it for very long because I can't stick to anything like that because I can't put myself out there, I guess. And so, but I texted him and I was like, when are we getting the band back together? And he said, pick a night and pick some songs. So I picked a night, which is Sunday. And so now I'm like trying to pick some songs, and I'm trying to convince my brother that he needs to join us too, although I don't know if he will, which is fine if he doesn't. I would really like him to, but it's fine if he doesn't. And I need to just practice a little bit every day. And I even told my friend, like, I need to do the most homework out of anybody when we're doing this because I am that far behind in skill level. Everybody else can do something, and all I can do is like dream that I can do it. And for some reason, still at almost 40 years old, I go through my whole life just thinking that things are going to turn out the way I want them to because I want them to. Not understanding like that the action I have to take isn't just desire. Like, it has to manifest into like physical taking action. So I'm pissed off at myself. And that's not even the right emotion anyway. And the other thing is too, going back to like the toxicity of the town I live in, I understand like you have to make it what it is for you. So it doesn't matter where you are. Like, I get that. But like, there were a bunch of women at the event, I guess, for lack of a better term, reception, who were like the wife of one of my friends. Excuse me, actually most of them were married, so the wives of my friends, the girlfriend, like that. And these guys were giving me hugs and talking to me and paying attention to me, and like not ignoring their women, but like not paying attention to them in order to pay attention to me because, hey, we haven't seen each other in 20 years or whatever. And not one single one of those women gave me any inclination that they were jealous or threatened or they didn't like me. In fact, they were all very welcoming to me, and they all wanted to talk to me and get to know me as well. And that is not what this town does. I do not know a single female person that's of my age group that is okay with another female person speaking to their husband. Like, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So therefore, you can't be friends with people of the opposite sex. Like, it's just stupid, and it stresses me out, and I really want to get out of here. And I think that if I leave, I have to leave by myself because I have asked my dude to go with me, and he has the same fears that I have about like, if we leave, then what happens to our parents? Not that the fact that we leave would kill our parents, right? Like, we're both smart enough to know that. But if we leave, we will be far away when something happens. And we're both at the point now when it's not if something happens, it's when something happens. But also we're at the point where if we sit here and wait around forever, we're going to be our parents' age before we can get out of here. And I don't want to leave without him, but I don't know how much longer I have to hang out here. And maybe things will change if I start doing more stuff that I want to do instead of completely having erased everything about who I am in order to live here in the first place. But yeah, so I guess that's to tell you that I guess I'm going to be in a band again, and also that I have got to make something of myself, and that's the whole point of this Level Up project. And I don't know if I can do it here. I don't want to leave, but I also have to get the hell out of here too, if that makes sense. Dichotomy, I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have. I finally chose to go down the home road, so I need to go make dinner. Thanks, love you, bye.